Hi guys, welcome back to a Romanian Resurgence. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have a triple threat episode. We have three games for you today, and we start off with a Romanian Cup final. We're up against Dinamo Bucharest. It's a Derby Day Cup final, and fingers crossed we can come on with the trophy. It would then guarantee us a spot in European football next season. We then have two games in, well, the last two games, should I say, in the league against Craiova and Farrell Constanta, in games in which I hope we could potentially just push up the table that little bit more. Since you were last with us, we have continued to remain unbeaten for quite some time, and we're playing some very good stuff. But we have drawn our last three games, albeit against teams that are theoretically the best sides in the league. FCSB we drew 1-1 with. Um, Actually, saying that, we've drawn our last four games. We drew 2-2 against Farrell Constanta as well. But a 1-0 draw at home against FCSB, it was a good result. I was hoping for more. They went down to 10 men in the opening half an hour. I was praying we could get the win, but we couldn't quite get over the line. A 1-0 draw away against Rapid Bucharest and a 3-0 draw away last time out against CFR Cluj. Neil Mope, incidentally, is our top scorer. He's managed to bag 10 goals now so far this season, 8 goals in just 13 appearances. He has been exceptional since coming in, and he really has picked up the quality of the goal scoring here. And in terms of his personal side of things, he was outstanding in the Championship for Brentford, bagging 25 goals in 43 games back in the 2018-19 season. If he gets a couple more goals, he'll be on target to have his best goal scoring season for 8 years. In terms of the number of games that he's played, he probably already is on for that. But he needs to score a couple more goals in these last three games to get beyond that. So hopefully he will continue to do what he's been doing. He's been fantastic for us up front in recent weeks. But first things first, before we get into those league games, massively important cup final for us. Can we bring home a trophy to Steaua Bucharesti? They haven't actually won the competition since 1999, so that's 27 years without the domestic cup. And fingers crossed, we can end that run and get a result here today. Dinamo Bucharesti doing very, very well in the relegation part of the league. They are top of that part of the league. So as things sit, I'm hopeful that we can just push on a little bit and find a way to win. Dinamo Bucharest did have the beating of us last time we played them. We've drawn our last three games. Obviously, the two wins there were the Cup quarter-final and semi-final. A massive moment for us. Let's see what we can do. Again, in terms of creativity, we've looked quite good. For the first time, we've looked a little bit dicey defensively in that game against CFR Cluj, that 3-3 draw. Somewhat against the run of things. We've been outstanding defensively, to be fair, overall this season, but we just let ourselves down in the last couple of matches. I think the season's just catching up with us as David Matai controls it well, finds Crepin Diata, and Crepin Diata scores. It's his fourth goal of the season, 15 minutes gone. We take the lead in the Romanian Cup final, and like I say, if we win this game, we do qualify for a European competition, and that would be a fantastic achievement for us as well. And not only just qualifying for Europe, but winning a trophy, it is a great achievement if we can continue doing what we're doing here at Steaua Bucharest. We've signed a new contract, incidentally, as well. So everything is moving in the right direction. Adjuro into Matai, swings it into the far post. Diata is there with the header, and he couldn't quite get enough power on it or direction. And Golubovic, very well positioned, claims it very easily. He launches it forward. Marin does really well with the header. Dorat couldn't quite get onto it. And Bishianu into Svetko. And now Dorobantu into Mihai. Now Selmane plays it forward to Costin, who's completely got in behind Adjuro, and he tried to get it across, and Kamara, I mean, he did well to make the block initially, and the lead potentially is only going to last a matter of moments. It was a poor challenge from Kamara. He's better than that. Selmane with the penalty, and he converts it with ease. Cekovic, not particularly good when it comes to penalties. Selmane's 21st goal of the season. And we should have done a bit better, really, in the grand scheme of things. We need to be a little bit tighter defensively, especially after just scoring. But it has been a positive start to the game nonetheless. We have been the better side so far. One moment of stupidity from Kamara, though, has let them back into it. Here is Marin into Matai, and now Ajuro. Can he get past his man? Forced backwards, and Pavlovic gets onto it, finding Matai. Mope couldn't quite get there. It's cleared away, but fortunately there was no target there for the Dinamo Bucharest man. And Marin picks it up, and now Pavlovic in space finds Dorat, and now Crepin Diata plays it over the top looking for Mope. It's cleared by Diouf, and now Amzar into Eriugo. And Dynamo charging down the left-hand side, and they're flooding the penalty area here. Plays it into Vicianu, and now Amzar. Good tackle from Dorat, but it's fallen for Eriugo anyway. And it's a 15th goal of the season for him. And in a matter of 5 minutes, we've taken the lead, and now we find ourselves behind. And this is not looking ideal. I mean, defensively, very suspect again. It's very unlike us. We've been very, very solid at the back recently. And Dorat did really well with the initial challenge, but it just fell to Eriugo. They flooded the penalty area there. And in the space of 6 minutes, we've gone from being a goal ahead to 2-1 down. And it's a little bit concerning that we've started to concede a lot of goals. Here's Regazetti into Crepin-Diata. Back to Regazetti again. Into Pavlovic. Nice little pass into Matai, but again, losing out. And we're not getting the challenges in. Matai does really well in the end to win it back. And Marin lays it back to Chetkovic. We just need to calm things down a little bit. We'll offer some encouragement to the lads, because at the minute, we're looking beaten. There's a lot of players unhappy out there. And we're just absolutely falling apart at the back. And Costin is in behind again. And Ajuro's just let him run in. And Fika has made it 3-1. We've had such a good run of form, and we're just completely falling apart at the back. And I mean, what can I say? I mean, I had a bit of confidence ready for this cup final, but we've completely fallen apart. And confidence, all of a sudden, is at an all-time low. And the squad is just completely down and out here. Pavlovic and Diata on yellow cards as well, I've just noticed. Kamara's header. And again, we're just not making those challenges. I mean, Regazetti finally putting his foot in. Matai into Miaila. He needs support. He strikes from distance. He's clipped the inside of the post, and it's gone out for a goal kick. I mean, it's end-to-end stuff. I mean, it's constant highlights here. We've only had half an hour in the game. But we're losing out on all the second balls and everything at the moment. Matai Marin does really well to get there. And Chetkovic picking it up back into Marin. And now Chetkovic into Kamara. I mean, misplaced pass again. Regazetti luckily was aware of it. Dorat now into Diata. And again, a shocking touch from Diata. He keeps getting doubled up on that right-hand side as well. Good interception from Matai. Poor play from the defender, Mihaela. It's fallen for Mope and he's put it wide. And we're wasting our chances here. And there is going to be some substitutions at half-time. Because it's certainly not been good enough, especially defensively. And Diata, again, losing out in possession. We're just not at it at all here. You know what? It's very early, but I'm berating the team because we're second best with everything here right now. Despite the way we took the lead, we've done absolutely nothing since. Fika into Eriugo, and there's Salmani. And luckily for us, it's gone over the bar. That would have definitely put the game to bed for Dynamo. And Ajuro here into Marin. We need to get a goal back here. Can we create something just to get back into this game before half-time? Here's Pavlovic. Into Matai Marin. Ajuro coming down the left-hand side. Chance to play it forward. And to be quite honest, I mean, Mihala very lazily, not even making a run off him there. Ajuro plays it back in. Mope is there. Mope's been buffeted by Diouf. And we have a penalty kick. This is a huge moment here. Right at the end of the first half, and Mope converts it really well into that bottom corner. Incidentally, he scored a penalty earlier in this run of results that we've had, and he chipped it straight down the middle. No messing about from him this time. Straight into that bottom corner, and we're back in it right before half-time. That is a very important goal. Defensively, we've certainly not been good enough. And I was going to make some changes, but with that penalty, we are back in it. And I'm hoping that we can just find a way to get another goal. Diatta's really struggling fitness-wise as well. Bisiano Interfika holds on to it. Oh, he's completely done him. And I mean, it was a very, very fortunate deflection, which took it into the hands of Chetkovic. And now he has it, ball in hand. And I'm not too sure what he's planning on doing. He's launched it forward. I mean, Mope's 5'6", 5'7". He's not going to get there. We've managed to recycle the second ball, and Diatta now into Regazetti. Coming down this right-hand side, he's got support in the penalty. He lays it all the way back to Dorat. And now Devin Matai into Mihaila. Big opportunity, and he always puts his foot through it, Mihaila, and he didn't get it on target, and that is a massively missed opportunity. David Matai with a delivery to that far post. There's the header, and it's off the post again. We just can't find the back of the net. We're working so hard. We'll offer some encouragement. We're going to have to go attacking as well. And we're just going to pause there for a minute as well. Mihaila's done practically nothing so far. Dosso's going to come on. Negut's coming on for Diatta, who's shattered. We've got 2 yellow cards in the midfield. So Michael is going to come on. And Ndombele is going to come on as well. And in terms of the rest of the defence, I mean, the 2 players that have played the worst, incidentally, are doing a little bit better fitness-wise. And we haven't actually got the full-back options. Have we got the midfield options? I don't think we've got that either, incidentally. Oh, dearie me. I mean, it's a difficult one now, really. Can we... I mean, Boca can play central midfield, but it's not the kind of game we want to be bringing him on for, is it? I mean, Ajuro's absolutely shattered. We'll confirm the substitutions. 20 minutes to go. We offered some encouragement. We're going to demand more. And we're going to go very attacking for these last 10 minutes. Can we find ourselves an equaliser here in the cup final? Arguably, we've been the better side, but that first half capitulation has just completely ruined us. We've offered some more encouragement. We haven't got that winner in us. We've lost the cup final to Dinamo Bucharest, and it's unforgivable, really. We are the better team, in my opinion. We're a much better side than what we showed today. And again, after being so solid defensively in the last 10 games or so, these last couple of games we've conceded 6 goals in 2 matches, and it's certainly not good enough. And I'm not going to watch them lift the trophy right at the end there. And we've ended up losing this cup final. And that is a huge, huge blow to our European qualification chances, to be honest. We've got the 2 league games to come. We have to win them both. We've not won in our last 4 games now. 3 draws and that defeat. And after getting so many clean sheets further back, right when it matters most, we're throwing away our opportunities here. 4 days to go until the game against Craiova in the league. Big improvement needed defensively. Can we qualify for Europe? Okay then, guys, here we go for the game against Craiova. Incidentally, I don't actually know if we can qualify for Europe or not. If we finish in 3rd place, we might go into that playoff that we did last year, but I'm really not too sure how that works out. Obviously, having lost the cup final to Dinamo Bucharest, they are the team that have qualified for the Conference League as things stand. We need to win these 2 games regardless to even have an opportunity of playing in that playoff. We are going to rotate potentially a little bit. But for the most part, it is going to be the main starting 11. We're actually going to start Pavlovic at right back today, and Ndombele is going to start in that playmaker role, and Negu comes in on that right-hand side as well. And Dieng is going to get an opportunity in at centre-back, following a poor performance last time out from Kamara. Mihaela, he's been frustrating at times. He's shown glimpses of quality, scored a couple of really nice goals for us, but he constantly puts his foot through it. He's got no placement about him at all. And at times, he just needs a little bit more composure, I think, in his game. But again, it's something to build on. We're going to this game against Craiova. We need the results just to give ourselves an opportunity. Again, I don't know if we'll qualify for that playoff that we did last season or not, but we'll see how we do. Must-win games. Can we get the job done? As well as us having these two must-win games, we need Sifar Cluj to lose as well. That's the other thing to consider. Ajuro doing well with that headed clearance. Mihaela picking it up and charging down this left-hand side. This is something he's very good at. He uses his pace really, really well. Plays it across to Mope, into Ndombele, back to Mope. And there's Dorat with the strike, and it's off the base of the post. It was a lovely strike, that, from Dorat, but he couldn't quite squeeze it into the back of the net, and it remains 0-0. But a positive start from us. Hopefully we can just be a little bit tighter defensively than we have done in these last two games as well. The fact that we've started scoring a little bit more regularly with our striker in Neil Mope is great, but we've also started to leak a few goals recently as well, which is a bit of a concern. Here's Matai Marin. Into Ndombele, now Dorat. Plays it forward, Mope does well to control it, lays it back into Pavlovic. And now Ndombele. Into Matai Marin. Just holding on to possession at the moment, waiting for that space to appear, and he's tried to force the pass. It's given away. Mitrita was there. Pavlovic did really well to clear, but Chidera picks it up. Ajuro overcommitted himself. Chidera plays it in, and there is the goal from Alexandru Mitrita. And as I said before, defensively, we are looking a bit suspect all of a sudden. We've been so solid for so long. It's unusual to see us concede as many goals as we are doing at the minute. And as things are now, that's going to be 5 games, I think, maybe even 6, without a clean sheet, which is, again, very unusual. We're normally a lot tighter than that. We haven't actually had a shot on target, incidentally. Craiova deserve everything they're getting at the moment. We're going to demand more from the team straight away. We've had a very good season, but we're throwing everything away right when it matters most, unfortunately. If we lose today and Cluj win, we're not even qualifying for that playoff, I don't think. We're a lot better than this. We need to prove it. Ajuro here to Matai, back to Ajuro, who's struggling a little bit fitness-wise, so we may have to take him off. Dieng into Dorat. And now Marin. Out wide to Pavlovic. Forward into Negut. Can he get it into the penalty area? Plays it to Dorat instead. Finds David Matai. It's taken a few deflections, and it came from Mihaela. And what a save that is from Amar. And all of a sudden, things just going against us a little bit. Again, we've shown so much quality recently, but things just starting to go against us. We're not finding the back of the net again, which is a concern. And can we just turn the screw that little bit more? I mean, Mihaela's rating is 6.2. He's done too many of these, to be honest, too many of these poor performances. And it's starting to get on my nerves, to be honest, because he's capable of so much more. And he's shown it in certain games as well. But he's just not got any consistency to his game at the moment. We've made the 2 changes, Dosso and Michael coming on that left-hand side in defence and in that winger position. Butuil back to Amar, and the keeper just holding on to it and launching it forward to this left-hand side. Pavlovic does well to win the header. Negut does really well to get to the second ball, incidentally, and finds Dorat. And now Ndombele into Matai. Now Dosso, just holding on to it, managing to make the turn, coming down this left-hand side. Chance to get it into the penalty area. Tries to beat his man. It's very well defended, incidentally. Matai plays it, looking for Dorat, and it's cleared away. But luckily, it's fallen for Pavlovic. Into Negut. Can he get the shot away? He can, but it's ended up deflecting into Aliun Dosso. It's a 9th goal of the season for him. He'll be a little bit aggrieved, to be honest, that he's lost his place in the side too, Mihaela, because he's continued to score when he's been coming on, incidentally, Dosso. He's still been playing very, very well. And Negu playing it across. I don't know if it was a shot or not, but it fell nicely for Dosso, who smashes it into the back of the net. Half an hour to go. We're back in it. Cluj still 0-0 with Rapid Bucharest. Big opportunity here as things stand, but we need to get a winner. We've only had 2 shots on target today. We'll offer some encouragement, and we're going to take our top scorer, Neil Mope, off. Daidu is going to come on up front. Big opportunity for him. And we've got 2 yellow cards in at centre-back, which isn't ideal. So Verdon and Kamara are going to come on. I don't want to risk any red cards. I never am particularly keen when players have been booked, but for both of our centre-backs to be on yellows is a bit dicey, and Dieng especially. Since the first minute, he's done really well, to be honest, not to get involved in anything else. We'll offer a little bit more encouragement right at the end of the game. Can we find a winner? It's looking unlikely. It's a 1-0 draw. Cluj lost to a 92nd minute winner, I noticed. Overall, we probably should have lost that game. Craiova will feel slightly aggrieved that they didn't come away with the 3 points. But with that draw, we're just about within touching distance. We need Cluj to lose on the last day, and we need to beat Constanta for us to finish third. And I think that would then allow us to qualify for that other playoff game that we saw last season. I'm not certain, but I think it does. So we've got a week until the Constanta game, so bear with me and we'll come back for that one, and then we'll see what happens after that. It could even be a quadruple threat game today, but we'll see what happens following the game against Constanta. Okay then guys, here we go. Game number 3 of the episode. We're away against Ferro Constanta. Very important that we get the result today. Fingers crossed we do. We're putting out the full strength starting 11 as much as we can. It's going to be a tough one today. Again, I'm just hoping that we can improve ourselves a little bit. We've been able to get in another goalkeeping coach, which is fantastic. And we've also managed to bring in some extra backroom staff across the board as well, courtesy of the board being able to give us that little bit more financial backing for staff. So hopefully that will help us in the long run as well. Obviously, we know we're here for the long haul. The more background we can get here would be ideal. Going into this game against Constanta, they're managed by Adrian Mutu, who of course had great Premier League pedigree as well. Daniel Parashiv has scored in his last 3 games against us. He was the striker that I wanted to sign over the summer, and we got priced out of a move for him because at the time we didn't have the financial backing to complete the deal. He keeps coming back to haunt us. I'm hopeful that it's not going to happen today. Who knows? It's going to be a difficult one, I think. Incidentally, it is the last game for Ferro Constanta in their stadium today. So, very much an emotional time for them and their fans. And it's quite a big game for them. So, we'll see what happens as the game goes on. Here's Diaconu. Just on to possession, lays it into Bucariu. And now Baluta into Parashiv. Gets the turn, strikes from distance, and he smashes it off the crossbar. And this is exactly what I was saying about him. He is constantly going on at us every time we play against him. And Constanta, to be fair, in the last game that we played against him, deserved to win as well, but we managed to hold on for the draw. Here's David Matai on the edge of the area, and he fires it in, but it goes just wide of the post and remains 0-0. And at least we're showing a little bit of a better sign so far today. We've taken a bit of an advantage in the game. We've created 1 or 2 more opportunities. Possession's still relatively even, but we need a goal. And actually, looking at the other scoreline, Cluj lead against our rivals, FCSB. It could be the end of our season, this, to be honest, as things sit. FCSB have actually equalised. I don't know how it's going to work in relation to that playoff thing that we managed to get into Europe with last season, but we'll see what happens after this game, and we may have to just split off into another episode um, at the end of the week just to get this season done and dusted, and fingers crossed we might even be able to qualify for Europe still after these round of results. And I mean, it's been a very poor game. We need to find the back of the net. We're just going to pause there because Mope's taken a knock and Ajoro's struggling fitness-wise as well. Daidu is going to come on. Big chance for him now. He's not hit the form that I wanted him to. So it could be that he may end up leaving. We've given him a few coaching badges, though, which is nice for him. He's shown good development from a coaching perspective. And I think, to be fair, we'll make all of our changes now. Agu is going to come on along with Michael in the fullback positions. Negu, Dosso, and Daidu coming on as the front three. Hopefully, we can show some creativity and find our way ahead in this game. It's very important that we get a goal. We're going to offer some encouragement and we're going to go attacking. It's important that we don't lose the game, but we need to. The fact that we're keeping a clean sheet is quite nice as well after recent matches, but we've not looked like scoring. Neither team have looked like scoring, incidentally. We're going to demand more as well as the throw in for Constanta as we enter the last 5 minutes. Quiros into Silla, and now Gorgita plays it forward. Camara does well with the header into Marin, and now Pavlovic into Matai. Launches it forward. Negut does really well to come back and claim possession. He is on the yellow card, though. He's got to be careful. He's done really well with the run. Lays it back to Felix Agu, and now Dorat into Pavlovic, and now David Matai. Gets the shot away. It's taken a huge deflection, but Matai won't mind. With just a few minutes to go, with his 7th goal of the season, David Matai gives us the lead. We'll drop back to a positive mentality and hope that we can just hold on for these 3 points here. Pavlovic into Matai. It's a good strike. Quiros just deflecting it slightly, and Banco couldn't keep it out. And it is 1-0 right at the death here. FCSB level with CFR Cluj at 1-1. I don't know if that's enough for us to finish in 3rd in the league, which again, we did the same last season. It'd be a great achievement if we could. And in the end, we got the result we wanted. We kept a clean sheet. And we have managed to finish in 3rd place. Courtesy of Cluj dropping points and courtesy of our rivals managing to hold on for a draw. Matai with an 87th minute winner. That could prove vital. And again, I'm not entirely sure. Right, so we have qualified for that playoff again. And we'll play FC Argos or Sepsi in the bottom part of the table. This could be a huge game for us. Again, we won it last time round to qualify for Europe. Can we do the same again this season? It'll be a 1-episode special coming up on Friday. Fingers crossed we can get the job done, and it's all to play for. So until then, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It's all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.